My next guest is one of my favorite people to talk to. She is just wonderful. One of the brightest people I know when it comes to healthcare marketing. She's always thinking about new innovations, new ways of doing things, and she yet remains very, very patient focused. What you're about to listen to is my interview with Pam Landis, Senior Vice President at Hackensack Meridian Health. Pam has done phenomenal things at that organization, and I'm always excited to get together with her to hear what she has to say and what new programs she's running at her organization. In particular, I wanted to ask her about the new work and the new thinking she has around the collaboration, the close collaboration that she believes is needed between operations and healthcare marketing in order to move the organization forward. Hello and welcome to Sway Health, where we bring you the latest insights and interesting stories from the brightest minds in healthcare marketing. I'm Colin Hahn, and I look forward to this interview, and I hope you like it as well. Pam, welcome to the program.
Oh, I am so glad to be here, Colin. I'm such a huge fan of you and all the work that you do.
I could say the same. I do say the same about you. All the work you're doing at Hackensack Meridian is just fantastic.
Thank you.
So we were talking before we got on camera about this very interesting concept that you are working towards, which is really collaborating much more closely with your operations folks to really build products and services that your clients, in this case patients, really want. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, so what really matters to me most is how are we making healthcare easier to access and easier to manage? We all have friends and family who call us up and say, can you get me in? Which doctor should I go to? Healthcare is still too complex for average Americans to navigate through. My thinking is that we as digital technologists and digital marketers have to sit down with our operational partners and say, let's blow it up. Let's figure out how we're going to create an environment where it's easier to access care and to manage care. And if we don't do it, there are disruptors in the industry who are poised and ready to do it. And so we owe it to our patients to be able to say, we hear you. We understand convenience trumps everything. We're going to make this easier for you.
And when you say disruptors, are you talking about the Amazons, the
Amazons and Walmarts, and I have great respect for all of them because I actually think what they're doing is pushing us to do better. And you know, we can partner with them and we can learn from each other because in the end, as long as patients get the help that they need at the place and time that they need it, that's all that really matters. But I really want us to really be very focused on sitting down with operations and saying, how do we redesign this system to make it easier for patients? Not easier for us, but easier for them.
So when this doesn't happen, what are some of the signs? Like, what is a sign that maybe operations and marketing have not gotten together? How does this manifest for the patient in terms of a friction point or frustration?
Yeah, it starts at the very beginning when you basically see, you know, that to call up and get a primary care appointment, you know, you want a physical? Well, we'll see you in 6 weeks, or we'll see you in 5 weeks or 4 weeks. Well, no, can you see me this week? That's really hard. Or when you have a follow-up care routine, often follow-up care, how much of that has to be in person? How much can I make 50% of those appointments to be virtual? Can I give patients tools in their hands? We all walk around with that phone in our hand all day long. Can I put tools in there to help them manage their health themselves? And I think those are the things that we're not doing quickly enough. We're still doing it in pockets, but I think we need to scale up quickly.
Is there a way to approach this that makes sense in your mind in terms of like what would step one be versus, and then step two? Because it's obviously a very big challenge to overcome all of this.
It is.
Where would you recommend we start?
I actually think, and I've learned this, and I keep learning this lesson over and over again. Sometimes I have to relearn it. Go sit in a waiting room.
Okay.
Go sit with a registrar. See the steps that they have to go through to book that appointment. Go sit down and watch an MA, the steps that she has to or he has to go through to room a patient in a room. learn from them first, see it through their eyes, non-judgmentally, be open to it, and be respectful of the things that we're asking them to do. And seeing, is it, can I make your job better and the patient's access easier?
Gotcha. Gotcha. And so when we get to that promised land, what would be your ultimate?
Oh my gosh, I have
What would it
no
look like?
You know, my ultimate would be, I want to see the doctor now. You can see the doctor now. My ultimate would be, I know exactly, I don't feel good. I know exactly who to call. I know who to text. I know who to email. I know who to reach out to. I know where I need to go and what I need to do. And I can afford it. That's actually nirvana.
That would be nirvana.
Right?
I totally would agree with you.
That would be nirvana.
So what are some of the things that you're working on to bring this nirvana to life?
Yeah, so some of it is going back to the basics and picking up the phone and basically saying, we're going to pick up the phone and we're going to make sure that we're staffed properly to pick up the phone. But at that same time, we're going to use digital tools. And so we're putting in those digital tools so that we can offload some of that routine phone work that can be handled online or through text or through some automation. I'm looking at, so how do I get to automating some of that routine work for patients to make it easier?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Pam, this is a lifelong journey.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going to take a long time.
And every time we get close, the goalposts move, right? Because expectations of the patients change over time. Like, you know, a decade ago, no one even thought of next day delivery.
Right.
Or booking anything online.
Yes.
Now it's second nature to book at a book at a restaurant or to get to an appointment right away. Now, of course, we're bringing those expectations to healthcare.
Exactly, so. And our patients are holding us accountable to giving them the same experience that they get in other parts of their lives. So Amazon delivers next day. They want us to deliver next day, and maybe that's exactly what we have to do.
Well, hopefully we get there fairly soon, Pam.
All right, thank you. It's
Pam,
always good.
It's so great to have you on the program. Where can people go to find more information about Hackensack Meridian?
Go to hackensackmeridianhealth.org and check us out there.
Awesome. Pam, thank you for being on the program.
Thank you.
Hey, I want to thank Pam Landis for coming on camera with me and for giving us her unique insights and her sharing some of the things that she's doing in Hackensack Meridian. I found it truly fascinating. And hey, if you enjoyed this interview as much as I did, please like and subscribe. Also, head on over to Sway Health, that's Sway with 2 A's, .health, where you'll find more great content like this. I'm Colin Hung. Thanks for being here, and I'll catch you on the next video.